in the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. We were there, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Indiana absolutely dog walks Oregon. Domination from start to finish. The first play from scrimmage, Indiana has a pick six, runs it all the way back. And it was off to the races for the Hoosiers from then on out. Indiana proved that they are the best team in the country. They proved that they should be an 8+ point favorite in the national championship against the Miami Hurricanes. Indiana proved that Mendoza is the eventual number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft. Mendoza is the best player in all of college football. Indiana proved that Coach Cignetti is one of the best college football coaches. This year, the best college football coach. Indiana proved so much in this game by dominating Oregon. The narrative coming into this game was, Oregon has all of this NFL talent. Oregon is this. Oregon is that. Oregon is NFL loaded across the board. And you can't beat a team twice. Indiana gets the 10-point win at Oregon in Eugene earlier in the regular season, and then they get dog walked yet again. The narrative failed. The book that has been written so many times in different college football seasons, it didn't match this Indiana Hoosiers team. Fernando Mendoza walked out there and proved that he is the best player in college football, and this is the best team in college football. I don't care if they don't have any 5 stars, former 5 stars on this team. What they have is a coach that has unified an entire nation, an entire team, and brought them to a level that is unprecedented in college football. And yes, I say unprecedented because Indiana will be the first team to win this many games in a college football regular season. They will be the first team to go undefeated in the 12-team playoff era. So yeah, it's unprecedented. Yeah, Indiana is the greatest team we've seen in quite a while. Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. And all of these accusations have come out. Cheating accusations that Indiana is sign stealing. Old player accusations. Ladies and gentlemen, the system is broken. We all know that. College football is broken as we stand right now. But what Coach Cignetti has done is he has played the system to his advantage. He has gone and gotten group of 5 players, former D1 players at the FBS level. He has gotten players across the board when they're 23, 24, 25 years old. And he's got grown men playing college students in a college football playoff game. That was the difference, the experience. None of those players had played in a semifinal game, really. But what they had was countless games, countless years of college football experience, some 5-6 years. Guys on this team, Indiana has figured it out. Coach Cignetti has figured it out. What's up, everybody? Just wanted to give you a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button on the Hammy Show. We really appreciate all of the support and all of the following that we are gaining constantly. But if you keep doing that, we can keep bringing you this constant coverage. All of the ham-powered antics, the lovable chaos, the wild moments in this crazy world of sports, it's right here on the Hammy Show. And if you hit that button, you won't miss an episode. Now, let's get back to the show. Indiana, man. I want to talk about the game real quick against Oregon in the Peach Bowl. We were there. I got to shout out Fielding Troutman, Hunter Knowles for getting me tickets. We had awesome seats in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, suite level seats. It was immaculate. And my good buddy John Five Ash for coming with me. We had a ball. How could you not? You're at a college football playoff game, a semifinal game in the Peach Bowl. It was electric. But Five Ash and me had the great idea of just walking around and getting some Hammy Show content. We were technically only supposed to sit in one suite, but if you have a suite ticket, you can walk around all those halls. So we walked in a few people's boxes, made some great friends with some great Indiana people. It was electric. Shout out Cowboy Rob, one of the most diehard college football fans I've ever seen. And I say that because Indiana has never been good at college football, and this dude knows Indiana football through and through. Back in the old days when they could barely win 6 games. even in recent days when they could barely win 4 games before Curt Cignetti got there. Cowboy Rob has been a season ticket holder for countless years, a huge Indiana basketball fan, which is most likely why he became a Hoosiers fan. But Cowboy Rob and all of the Indiana faithful showed up and showed out in Atlanta. They had 90% of that stadium. I was there. I can confirm that. Literally 90%. It was 90-10 favoring the Hoosiers. It was all red, a sea of red and barely any green from Oregon. Indiana is so ready to be here, and they deserve it more than anybody. Guys like Cowboy Rob, guys like all of those Indiana faithful that have gone through the worst of the worst, they deserve this more than anybody. So I had to talk about that game and just the atmosphere of what it was in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Not just on the field did Indiana dominate, but the Indiana fans dominated. It was special to see, ladies and gentlemen. So, another handbag question, real quick. If Indiana wins the Natty, where do they rank in the all-time great teams of college football? Well, first you got to look back at the all-time great teams of college football. Most recently, 2019 LSU, highly regarded as the greatest team to ever set foot on a college football field. 2018 Clemson, the first team to go undefeated and win a national championship in the playoff era. 2001 Miami, 2004 USC, or even older, like 1979 Alabama, 1995 Nebraska, or way back when 1956 Oklahoma, some of those most dominant defenses like the 56 Sooners and the 79 Crimson Tide. The 56 Sooners didn't allow but 4 teams to score a single point on them. The 79 Crimson Tide averaged 5.6 points per game allowed. Those defenses were dominant. But will Indiana be the greatest college football team of all time if they win come Monday night? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think so. The reason why 2019 LSU is probably regarded by most as the greatest college football team of all time is simply because of what happened after. We will probably never see, especially with the transfer portal and NIL, that much NFL talent, that much depth on a single college football team. You can even go to 2021 Georgia, 2022 Georgia, when every single player on both of those defenses were drafted to the NFL. Much like that, the 2019 LSU offense with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, there were studs all across the field. But if you look at it, that's judged based on what happened in the NFL, who was drafted to the NFL. Were they the most dominant team that year? Yes. But they had some nail biters. They allowed some points. This Indiana team maybe had one nail biter against Iowa and Ohio State. Other than that, it's been domination. Domination. So if Indiana wins the national championship, just based on college football, this Hoosiers team, the 2025 Indiana Hoosiers, are the greatest college football team of all time, in my opinion. Sue me. Sue me. We got to keep moving on. We talked about the Peach Bowl and how we went. It would all not happen if it weren't for Hughes Subaru of Athens. Hughes Subaru has funded my road trips throughout the entire course of this college football season.